Okay. So 5 members are there. So yesterday what we discussed, we discussed about what all the activities available in a path, sorry, queues. Okay. And whenever you are attending an interviews, let me open. So if you consider so I gave permissions to Praveen and so I would request you please, Deepika. So please start the recording. So yesterday, like no different activities of queues we have seen, and then see there is one more very important feature regarding what is that queues is what are the states available in queue. Okay, so I would request you please go through this document. So for different, like now if you have any like if you want to know more about queues. So on one more very important queue item states. So what are the queue item states? New. See, first, whenever you add the data into the queue, so it will be for each and every transaction item should be in a new state. And the second state is in progress. So whenever you are work, like whenever you call get transaction item or add transaction item. So in that case, it will be in a in progress status. And then, so after this, like when the transaction item is in progress status, then it will go for two states. One is failed state or another one is successful state. So failed state and successful state yesterday we have seen. That means like now if you get any exception, whether it is a business exception or it is a application exception, then it will go for a failed case. So if nothing, so everything goes well, so then it will go for a successful state. So abandon means, say for example, any one of the transaction item status is in progress. For example, like when it is in the progress and like no, maybe because of some issues, maybe that means like no application issue, or might be server issue, or might be some business logic issue. Like no, it is going like no, the system has been shut down. So whatever the item is, transaction item is in progress status, after 24 hours, for a long period of time, without being processed. That means like no, it doesn't process, whether it will not go for what is that, failed state, or it doesn't go for successful state, then like no, it will be in a abandoned state. But like no, before going for abandoned state, the transaction item status would be in progress, because like no, whenever the transaction item is working, so suddenly something was happened. Okay, so in that case, that transaction item itself goes nearly after 24 hours, then it will go for abundant state and then retried. So when the transaction item fail with an application exception and it was retried, okay, after the robot finishes retrying the item, the status changes to failed or successful according to your workflow. That means, see, when it will, so only a retry will be when the transaction item is executing. Okay, then it goes for failed state because of application exception. Then it will be the change of the like you know, the transaction item, the status of the transaction item goes to retried. That means it will go for, let me see, this and all we will see when you are like now talking about RE framework. Okay, after the robot finishes retrying, so after, like, see, whenever you go for application exception, then only we will go for retry. Okay, so after retrying, maybe the transaction item goes to failed state or successful state. Okay, after it, but before, when it is fair, like now whenever it is like now when the transaction item goes for a what is it, business like application exception, then it will go for a retry. Then the last one is deleted. So deleted is nothing but, so if you deleted manually, okay, then it will go for a deleted state. These are all the states you have to remember, like no, whenever you are attending an interview. So it is very important. Okay. So now we are talking about state machine, right? So state machine is, what under we discuss. So we started about a state machine. So state machine comes with like now, for each and every, there is one activity called state, and it will be end up with end state. Okay, so maybe we'll speak this about state machine so later. So we will speak about regex. So regular expressions. What is regex? So this is also one of the very important feature. Regex. What is regex? So regex is nothing but a regular expression. So why we will use regex? Give me 1 minute, friends.